Hello, hello, hello. We're back. Long time no see, everybody. I've been globetrotting, doing some conventions, doing some Kickstarters. But it's time to get back to work. What do you say? Doing this commission for Brad. Let me see if we can get a little bit more light on this thing. Ooh. Gotta come in under the cameras. Boy, that looks good for me. I don't know if it looks good for you guys. Let's see. It's a little skinny. You know what, let me get a little bit of protection on here too. Allison, you over the COVID, kiddo? How'd that go? Huh. You know, I know I've had it a couple of times. I never test positive on the the home test or whatever. But when your mom and dad test positive and you're taking care of them, and then you get like the same symptoms, it's just, it's like, okay, I got COVID. I don't care what the test says. So tell us, if you can, how bad was it? I mean, for me, I got sick. The only time I've really been sick with COVID, I got really sick, and it sucked. But it was nowhere near as bad as like the swine flu. I did get nauseous and ran a fever, and I did vomit. But it was only like bad for one day, and then the rest of the time it was just tired. But yeah, it's making the go rounds. The old vids. Huh. Your back hurt. That's weird. Did you go to the doctor? That is weird. That's really weird. Huh. Tooth. How we doing, buddy? Thanks, man. It's just me bacheloring it up here in American Fork because Joy's in Cedar taking care of Dad. I was taking care of Mom earlier in the week, my mom. Which is why this commission's not done. I did see that. I did see that, and I do think I am going to get it because it has a zoom built into the lens, and you can just twist and zoom in and zoom out. Oh, is it only $240? They slashed the price because the last time I checked it was like $399. Is that on Indiegogo right now, or is that on Kickstarter? Oh, shnikes. Black Friday. Christmas is coming. Riley. Welcome. How is Texas? Hope you guys are good. Okay. I'm copying that right now. Copy. Dude, it totally won't let me. Hold on. Control C. Good. Alright, we're going to go pick up this Logitech camera right now. Because $200 is not a bad deal. Seat options. If I spin this money, Joy's gonna kill me. All right, but I do have it loaded and ready to go. Hey, Kevin, did you see your commission? I should show it off. It should be floating around here. You guys want to see Kevin? Who wants to see Kevin's commission for a second? It's commission time. Actually, this is Kevin's buddy. So there we go. Gosh, yeah. Man, I'm looking at this right now. It's so pixelated. Yeah, we're going to get that new thing, Tooth. I've also been playing around with like just taking TikToks from my phone. I shouldn't say TikToks because it's not going up on TikToks, but I'm like making them, put them up on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw the one I did on social media. That was actually really easy to do. It was easier because all I was doing was drawing, and Erica, my daughter, was shooting over my shoulder. Whew. Had to hold my breath on that one. Some of these lines, I got to hold my breath. Do you guys want to see the Did anyone hear back my campaign, my Kickstarter campaign? Because I got the stickers in. CapCut. What's CapCut, Tooth? I think I was looking into that before. I think it might be hella expensive. Cool. I think I'm gonna join these two eyelashes to make a mega lash. There we go. Yeah, I think that looks a little bit more. Well, Wasatch was a little crazy this year. Way more vendors than last year. It was probably about 5 times the size. But I think what happened is because of the layout of the mall, like everyone basically hung out in the middle of the mall and they didn't really make their way down to Artist Alley. Anyway, we had a good time. Not as profitable as years in past, but here's the thing, guys. I know Roger and Charles. They try new stuff, and usually it works. And in a lot of ways, it did work with Wasatch. It just didn't really work out for the artists. It worked out great for the vendors. It worked out great for the attendees, but it didn't necessarily work out great for the artists. They'll figure it out. I have confidence. Gonna add a little bit thicker eyeliner here. Do you guys ever watch those true crime shows? Like when you're drawing? So, I used to do that a lot, Allison, right? And my family came up with a word for it. They called it murder show. But I sort of noticed like it gave me like a really like pessimistic view of the world. You know, sort of left me like cynical and like everyone's a serial killer like in disguise, or you know what I mean, like, cuz all the cases you hear about are like some husband murdering his family, or does that make sense? Let's see. Yeah, well, so, okay, the reason why artists like to listen to them is because they can just listen to them, you know what I mean? It's not a distraction while you're trying to get your art done. So I fully understand it. Plus, they're on late at night when everything else is an infomercial. You know, so what are you going to do? You're going to watch, anyone's going to watch a true crime show over, you know, the newest fishing rod, you know, Pocket Fisherman or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, or rotisserie chicken or vitamin or whatever, you know, what, you know, whatever thing they're selling that week. But anyway, I've been watching this one on Hobo Max, and it's just too disturbing. I had to shut it off. I was like, I can't do this. It was a father murdering his own 13-year-old daughter. I'm like, I don't know. It's on Hobo Max. Science Channel is a go. Yeah, I like Science Channel. I like History Channel. I've been listening to a lot of comedy podcasts because those aren't depressing. But then I found myself like basically repeating words on the comedy podcast, that words that I fought hard to like remove from my vocabulary when I was a teacher. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Well, then it just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. I like the comedy ones. I like laughing. I think I'm in a better mood when I do it. But at the same time, like, I don't want everyone like going around it. Well, if I repeat those words in public, it's going to make me look like a schmuck. I think that might be the problem with artists in general, is like we're just shut-ins and we don't know how to act when we get out of our cages. And like you're so excited to be out of your cage, like you act like a dork no matter what. So thank you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And I know I'm not the only one, because Allison, we did the draw night, which 12 people RSVP'd for the draw night, 18 people showed up. And Costco, okay, like here's a perfect example. I almost said gypped, right? Turns out gypped is a racial slur. Don't use it. Costco did not give me my pizza. And I ordered 4 pizzas. And I got 3 of them. And an empty box. So I was like, super pissed. Anyway, other than that, it was pretty good. Ryan came over. Starbite, that was fun. She is so high energy, that kid. She's like bouncing off the walls. Sorry, fudge. Do not see. This was the good part about teaching. Like I was, didn't swear, didn't use racial slurs, got people's pronouns right. Now I'm just like right back in the gutter. I still swore when I was a teacher. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? I'm fooling no one, right? Is so mother. I think mother must be a good thing. I'm hoping mother's a good thing. I'm looking for adjectives like radical and awesome. That's totally gnarly, dude. Have you guys been getting any of my Marvel covers coming out? My Usagi cover's out. That's looking good in the camera up top, and it's looking good on my thing. It's just so much brighter in real life than what shows up on my screen. I don't know. Means she's hot. We'll see. Yeah. Mother. It totally is the camera. My camera blows. So I got exciting news. If anyone backed the Kickstarter did really well. Expecting to have the funds come into our account pretty quick here, and then we can start printing. Oh, I forgot. I was going to show you guys the sticker too, huh? I like the said Panasonic 5G is really good for traditional streams. Okay, you guys ready for sticker goodness? Who wants to see sticker goodness? Should we start with
more wholesome stickers? I guess this is the most wholesome one. Just beefcakey goodness from Count Darius. Ready to rip you a new throat. You know what? I thought I got these 5 inches tall. And this one might be 5 here. Let's grab a ruler. Oh, what'd I do to my mic? Nuh-uh. Did my mic really go out? Shoot! It's because I touched my mic. Hold on. Let me fix it. What'd I do? Better? Better, better. Test. Oh, what the heck? It was working before. Dude. It's cause I like accidentally like microscopically bumped this thing. Oh, shit.
test. Is that better? Okay. Yeah, I jingled when I should have jangled. Okay, there's one. Let's see. I put the camera on the different side. I thought maybe that would help too. And so now my left side is crowded instead of my right side. This one right here, yeah, I like this one. So here's the cool thing about it. I ordered all these stickers. 25 was the minimum order. And I only sold like 5 sets. This is the one that everybody gets. So everybody in the campaign gets this one. If you back the campaign and you're a physical backer, you get one of these. And then where's the other one? Uh-oh. Not real Reggie. I lost. Oh, I see it. It's way too far to reach. Sorry. So there's one more, but it's out of reach for the purposes of the live stream. So I'll be putting some of these sticker sets up on Whatnot. And then we're also going to be making mystery boxes. We'll be putting stickers in mystery boxes. So stay tuned, everybody. And maybe you'll get some cool stickers for watching this stream. I'm sorry. Why'd you do something like that where you're doing responsible grown-up adulting things here on Chad Harden Comic Channel? We like to be as immature as we possibly can. And yes, my drawing is upside down right now. It helps me sometimes to just be able to rotate it to get some of these angles. And then I'll rotate it back side up when I get the inking done. Are you like the president or something? Why do you have to go? Like, I could understand if you're like the president of the HOA. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I need to be faster. I seriously lollygag on these live streams. I do not get anywhere near like production mode. See, I say words like lollygag and I have no idea like what they actually mean. That might be like a bad thing to say too. Basically, if your parents or your grandparents taught you a term growing up, chances are you probably shouldn't say it out loud and in public. Might be a good policy to adopt. Lollygag? Do this like... Do this like... Don't worry, dude. Nobody knows what you're talking about. I'm just the person who votes. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Well, you're probably voting on important stuff like, okay, if your HOA is anything like my HOA, there's always like one asshole there that's like trying to do ridiculous shit, like get like someone's dog killed or something, you know, or like report someone to the police because their cat scratched them, you know what I mean? So you're probably the voice of reason, and that's why they want you there. Yep, there you go. Yeah. You look responsible. That's why. You look totally responsible. You look well put together. You're like in charge. Bam. Just, I know why. I'd want you at my HOA. Joy's that person at my HOA. It was so funny. This one person in the HOA got up, literally like accused our neighbor's cat of like gouging them. This cat is the most like laid back psychedelic cat. Like this cat wouldn't hurt a mouse. Like, yeah. Anyway, people are dumb. But here's the good news for the old Hardin HOA. Well, you know what? I'm not going to say nothing because people might follow me on Facebook. This is like getting broadcast to Facebook, so maybe I should just shut up. You know what though, Allison? I do think you can take like time off. I think Joy resigned from the committee this year. She was just like, I'm done. I don't need to be doing this all the time. Alright. Okay, we need a little bit of line. You know what I do like looking up at the camera though, even as crappy as the camera is? It gives you like a good idea of like if your inks are working or not. Because it is such a crappy camera. So if it's not getting picked up. Yeah. Yeah. No. I guarantee you they're Californian too. I guarantee you they're Californian. Like, Californians are the freaking worst, dude. They move into a community and they think it's theirs. And it doesn't matter how long you've been there. Yes. Yes. And I love California. I know cool people from California. But chances are, if you have an asshole in your HOA, it's just... Daffy bitch. I like that. I think we should make that into a sticker. That bitch is Daffy. So this commission is for Brad in the United Kingdom. Brad is a regular commissioner who is pretty cool. He's like, take all the time you want. I want this just to, you know, some people when they order commission, it's like they want the commission like immediately, and they get a little angry if it doesn't get done like while they're standing there watching you draw. And I understand that. I understand that too. I really do. Like, I'd be nervous, fork over like a couple $100 to a guy, and then, you know, he's sitting there eating a corn dog. You know, not that I eat a corn dog when I'm doing these, but you get what I'm saying. These things aren't cheap. Yeah, the other thing I need to do, my computer's totally dying too. So not only am I gonna have to get a new webcam, I'm gonna have to get like a new computer, like a whole new computer. Like, this thing will not run Windows 11 at all. And so I'm already like an operating system behind, and they're about to launch Windows 12, which means they're going to be 2 operating systems behind, which means... I know, Allison, okay, I know. But then, if something freaking breaks on it, you're tech support. And I hate that too. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Thinking about... You know what I'm actually thinking about? I'm going to tell you what I'm thinking about, and you're going to hate it. Everyone's going to hate it. I was thinking about going back to Mac. Because they never break. I know, but okay. Apple has retail stores. They absolutely, like, their Apple Care policy is flawless. I know. Oh well, okay. I'll shut up and keep drawing. Yeah, right? Like, right now, you guys wouldn't be seeing, like, this washed out poison ivy. You'd be seeing, like, 10 million colors poison ivy. Of course, I guess that would completely depend on my webcam setup, so that wouldn't actually be part of what you guys would see. But I would see it, and it would rule. Did I tell you guys that I'm going to Saudi Arabia and then I'm going to Japan? Gotta focus every now and then. These are really intricate detail lines. I am. I am excited. I am excited. I'm a little apprehensive, just with all the craziness that's going on everywhere. But I figure it'll be a great adventure. And if anything were to happen, I think that beats like dying in your bed of cancer when you're like 90. Like, wouldn't you rather go out in like a totally rad way? I don't know. I guess when you get to my age, you think about that shit way too much. I know my kids would prefer that I die in my bed at 90 from cancer, but after watching Grandpa go out that way, I don't know if I want to. You know what? I'd be okay if I went out the way my grandpa did. I don't want to go out the way my grandma did. Cancer's okay, dementia is not. Well, we could talk about fun things, you know. It doesn't have to be the Debbie Downer hour. Every party has a pooper. That's why we invited you. Party pooper. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Remember to tip your waiting staff. That's a good joke. That's a good joke, dude. I should read that. Should I read it, or do you not like dad jokes, Tooth? How come you don't like dad jokes if you're giving me dad jokes? I honestly can't tell if this marker's like giving out in the middle of a stroke, but it does feel like I'm having to ink over things like more than once. But it could just be that I'm getting in like the same groove or something. Yeah, probably way more likely. Well, we missed you on draw night, Allison. You know what though? Like, half the kids that were there are kids that I've never even met before. So what's happened is now that I've left UVU, there's all these kids that still want to do comics as their BFA project. And Howard's still their BFA advisor. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. I feel like Al Pacino in the trailer for The Godfather 3. They keep pulling me back in. I think that face is done. You guys see anything? Am I missing? Alright, if you see something missing on the face, let me know. I'm going to move on to the neck. Let's see if I can find a thicker. Oh wait, that's thicker. Holy crap. It's probably going to be too thick. Yeah. Now, if I had like a Raphael 8404 or Winsor Newton Series 7 and some good ink, I could do all this with just a normal brush. But I've been working out of my backpack for so long. It's sort of secondhand nature now. Alright. Green eyeshadow? You want green eyeshadow? I'll try. You know what? I'll try it on the computer after I scan it. If I like it, I'll put it in here. But if I don't, then I'll take it out. That's a little Joe Schumacher, I think. I guess it does beat the green skin. So, Tooth, let me ask you a question. Since you're... Oh, there's Boo, everybody. Everyone want to say hi to Boo? She was going apoplectic yesterday. I can't tell you why. It has to do with holiday gifts. We'll just say that Boo hates Santa. Boo is actually Scrooge McDuck in disguise. Okay, I gotta find a juicier pin than this. It's driving me nuts. I do have the Gas Infinity. I guess I could try that. Should I try that? Let's try that. Let's see. And if you guys are wondering why I have this plastic backing board over my drawing. It's so the oils in my hands don't get on the paper, because that could totally mess up everything you're doing. It'll make it so pencils don't want to go down. It'll make it so you can't erase. It'll make it so your ink smudge a lot easier. So always good practice. Keep your greasy, dirty monkey paws off the drawings. Is that a rare word? I thought quibble was a rare word. I didn't think quibble was a real word. I thought that was like a word that Harry Potter made up, or the chick that wrote Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling, sorry. Once again, back to my sexist, misogynistic roots, because I'm not teaching anymore. Not that I'm proud of that. It took a lot of effort to not say stupid shit every day. Let's see if I can. I'm gonna find me a juicy marker. Brush one here. Let's see what this one does. I bet you this one's juicy. Oh yeah, juicy. Yeah, there's Boo again. I can tell you guys why she was barking. Why I can't talk about it this week. I can tell you next week. Because by then Joy will have come home and seen her surprise. We're going to make Joy super happy this holiday season. Operation Joy to the World. Okay. It's getting there. Did I say that? I didn't say that, did I? I have no idea. Maybe I did say it because all of our viewers are gone. Truth, was I being like racist? Okay. That's definitely how I was raised. This song is a ripoff of Katy Perry. I mean, the beginning notes are basically hot and cold. This is the unglorious part about comics that nobody wants to address, is the elephant in the room. Just this quiet, boring time, slowly inking this thing in. That's just about exactly what comics is every day. Waking up at a certain time, being drawing and present by a certain time. And usually if you're doing interiors, that means you're doing a page a day, maybe 2 pages a day. But really, this is all the excitement that you get. So you got to make sure that you're doing other things to how are you doing? I'm doing good. Nobody? How you doing? I haven't seen you in forever. It's probably just my fault because I haven't been on streaming. But it's because we had conventions. I'm not trying to do that many conventions, but we had like 3 in a row. And then I have like 1 week off, and then I have 2 in a row. I'm fine. My mom got her toe operated on. My son came back from like a 6-month deployment on his birthday. That was pretty cool. Got to talk to him for like 3 hours, which was even too short. A couple hours on the phone per like 6 months deployment is not enough to like reconnect with your child. But right now, that's what's happening. What have you guys been up to? Who won their Halloween costume contest? Was the wow about staying the day in the hospital with my mom, or was the wow about Chad being on deployment? Well, you were lucky. And I guess our electronic disco soundtrack thing's done. Sorry. When I'm really drawn, I'm in the right side of my brain. Do you guys remember that book? Super popular, late 70s, early 90s, called Drawing from the Right Side of the Brain. I have no idea if it's true. It's probably just like written by like some hippie person. But it basically says that like all creativity and imagination and dreams and all that, like they all come from the right side of your brain. And the left side of your brain's like all analytical and math. You know, Rain Man type of stuff. Thank you. Which book we talking about? The one I was talking about. What books have I been talking about? Hey, the electro dance music back on. Yeah, we're getting pretty close on this. I have to think of something else to draw. So I heard something this week. I don't know if it's true. Oh, the drawing. Yes, the drawing on the right side of the brain. Yeah. I think every mom might have had that. Which means every grandmother would have it. Which means there is a good chance that you guys have seen that book. I wonder, how would you prove like something like that? I guess if people had a stroke or something, maybe. That seems a little morbid, though. So I got a question for you guys too. When you do other live streams, do people usually like talk to each other on Discord? If I did something like that, would you guys want to join in the Discord and chat? Because I'm just thinking about, like, if you're tuning into this, it's just me talking and they can't really see what you're posting in the chat. So, like, there's no context. It just sounds like the crazy ramblings of some old guy. Gosh dang, guys. We're getting down to it. Just split your audio channels so you don't get DMCA'd. Yeah, Boo's. Boo's always barking. Especially when Joy's gone. Because she basically just like sits by the door and waits for her to come back. Yeah. I love her. And then there's times where she's a little much. Okay, we got that thick line there. Let's see how that. Okay, that looks good. Now we need some thin lines. Thin, thick, thin, thick, thick, thin, thin, thick. Thicky, 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 thin. We're getting darn close to having this done. I'm shocked. Have we ever finished a commission on this show before? And the reason why I say that is because what comes next is really dumb and boring. Would not translate well to a live stream. Do I have Thanksgiving plans? So we already had Friendsgiving, which Allison totally ditched us for because she had COVID. And she didn't do like the rest of us and just tap your toes like COVID isn't real. I'm teasing. None of us do that. I think we all just braved it this year. I feel like I should listen to this DMC music all day long just to see how many influences I could pick up out of it. This one reminds me of I wanted to say Ice Cube, but it's not Ice Cube. It's some other person that has a frozen connotation to their name. Okay, guys, what do you think? Should I do a little bit more detail in the hair? Let's do a little bit more detail in the hair. Erica and Joy both say it's done. Stop working on it. Put it down. Move on. But the OCD me person, she's like, I just want to draw. Why can't you just let me draw? I don't understand why everything's got to be get permission for this or get permission for that or sign this contract. That's right. Why? Because I can. I love pajamas. I'm ready. You know what? We should have a pajama party. I have Batman pajamas that my neighbor made me when I went off to college. They're pretty dope. My daughter found them the other day. Have you guys seen the movie Dumb Money? Those are the lines right there that drive you crazy. I wouldn't have changed for my advisors. College advisors are sort of dipshits. I should preface that with, like, some of them really cool as well, but all my friends that are advisors, but what the F, Chad? I'm just saying, if you had a Zoom call with your advisor, I think you could have gotten away staying in your jammies. I mean, wasn't there that one lawyer guy that, like, got stuck being a dog or a cat? That was the most funny thing I've ever seen. You always have to, like, go over these drawings 2 or 3 times. Make sure you're not leaving anything out. Okay. Really? I didn't know that. If you had a beard trimmer that lasts you 15 years, you did just fine. Because normally that stuff lasts like maybe 2. Okay. Should I do the snotty hardened signature, or should I do my OG? I think I should do the snotty one because I have a green. And I have my ruler right here. Let's do the snooty. It's so snooty. And this is going to Britain. Okay, doke. Yeah, there you go. Did they last like 2 years? I have a freaking beard. That, and then I get dropped in the sink, eaten by a dog. I have some things that are like way older than 15 years old. Pretty sure I have like a bottle of Drakkar Nar. And then sometimes you buy stuff and it's just junk. A lot of the beard trimmers from back in the day were just junk. You guys have a lot more options now. Like, I think I only had like a Norelco on my Persian. No, dude, I'm white as white gets, man. You know, actually, I should say I don't know. My mom's side is white as white gets. But my brother, who for some reason is super into genealogy, which don't ask me why, he's never really been Mormon. I think he's like on the records of the church, but I think he showed up just long enough to get his name on the records of the church. He's not really like, not really. Anyway, found out the Hardens came over here on the first boats from England, part of the Jamestown colony. And apparently the further east you go back, the more Hardin counties there are, because it's such a big name. And then apparently the ones that went to Texas went crazy. Just started shooting everybody. I know what you're thinking. That's pretty rude. And it is. It's like super rude. Look at that. Bam. Look at that. Oh. Oh, really? Really? So when I was growing up, everything Calvin Klein was like super big. So there was like what from Calvin Klein, like Eternity. I like Versace myself. That's probably why I still have the Drakkar Noir, because I don't think I like it that much. I think I prefer Eternity or Versace. How do you like your man to smell? Ooh. Wow. Should I put the date on there too? Maybe. Maybe. Burberry and Bulgari. Ooh, speaking of fancy, right? Yeah. I think everybody from my age wore Drakkar Noir. I'm pretty sure, like, white dudes, everybody bought it. It was like the Axe body spray of the day. So, anywho, we only did an hour and a half, but we're done, and I got to work on a Marvel cover, guys. So, but at least I came back this week, right? Maybe I'll do another one. Erica and I are going to have a draw night on Friday. Maybe we'll do one then. So, anywho, I can't stream the Marvel cover. I don't know how Steven gets away with it. I can't get away with it. Like, if I did it, they'd be up in my grill. So, but hopefully I'll get to do some more creator-owned stuff soon. Like, we're going to go for issue 2 of Death Watch, and I got some more Jimmy books coming up. So, I know other artists do it. I I don't know why my editors love me. Maybe it's because I try and sell shit online. I don't know, but yes. Well, you told me about Stephen. Who's this Delcan Shalavi, Domo Staten, Sozo Machina? I've never heard of any of these dudes. But they're all drawing covers for Marvel, streaming the whole time. Bruh, I'm not the only one. Nobody's got my back. All right. Anyway, I will check them out for sure. But yeah, if they hadn't told me not to, I wouldn't do it, or I wouldn't be afraid to do it, I guess. But I've been caught, and they said no likey. Okay. Well, if he's got his own Wikipedia, I'm probably gonna recognize him when I see their art. I usually see the art in my mind before I see the artist in my mind. Dang it, I keep finding little tiny things. Even though we're supposed to be done. Little earring decorations. Well, he probably just doesn't give a shit at this point. Like, I can do Marvel art, I just can't do, like, a cover. Like, I could do Spider-Man. I just can't do Web of Spider-Man number 3. Or Edge of the Spider-Verse number 3, sorry. There you go. That's true right there. That is super true. And technically the people that told me to stop were DC. Marvel's never told me to stop. You know what though? I just started working with them. I don't want to do anything that might piss them off. Yeah, right? Yeah. No, I'll think about it. You know, maybe Marvel has a different policy. I don't know. I'll ask somebody else. Maybe I should ask Steven. But I think you asked Steven one time when I was on a live stream. And he was just like, yeah, I do it all the time. I don't care. But, like, I don't think he's been told not to. I was going to erase just a tiny bit, but I can't find... There's my eraser. So whenever you're erasing ink, this is a great way to check to make sure your ink is dry. Is actually take your kneaded eraser and just sort of press it down on that area, and then look underneath to see any of it came up. Sort of like those old silly putty things. If the ink's there, it means the ink's not dry. But usually when you press it down the way I press it down, it won't smear it. The kneaded eraser will pick it up. I inked this pretty tight, so I don't think I should have any other. Or I penciled this pretty tight, so I don't think I should have too many other construction lines. All right. Okay. Well, I'll think about it. I'll find out what my stomach tells me. I'll go by my instincts. Anywho. There's our Poison Ivy for the day. Tune back in. Hopefully next week. Wait, I think next week's Thanksgiving. I'm gonna order the camera right now because it is 35% off right now on Indiegogo, which I didn't know you could have 35% off on Indiegogo. So Anywho, I just gotta rob a bank first. Alright, that's it, everybody. Be good. See you next time.